Hello friends, welcome to the EarthtonesGirl Channel and Vlogmas 2022. Today is December 2nd. I am so happy to be back here with you. The last time I was here, oh my gosh, it was November and we were still in the middle of the falling leaf sock cal and fall was happening. And then all of a sudden I went to bed one night and woke up and it was December. Oh my goodness. I have no idea when or how or why time is just moving so quickly, but here we are. And I was worried about how to tie in things I've did in November and tie in Vlogmas, and should I do Vlogmas? And you know, I'm already feeling it's December 2nd and I'm already behind. And then I thought, you know what? I'm just going to take a deep breath and I will be here when I'm here. And I will share the things I want to share in the way that I want to share them, and I am not going to worry about it. I'm not going to worry about it. It's so interesting. If you've been watching my channel for a little while, you know that there's a certain phrase that I use: comparison is the thief of joy. And it really and truly is. And as we enter this holiday season, it is so easy as a podcaster, as a maker, as a content creator, to feel like I have to compete, to feel like I have to compete with other podcasters, with other knitters and other makers. And some have their Christmas trees up already and their footage is really beautiful and things have to be decorated and I have to start opening my advents right on time and I have to start knitting right on time. And you know what? No, I don't. No, I don't. So much of this holiday season is stressing over what we think we should be doing instead of doing what we really want to be doing. And I don't want to bring that to this channel. I don't want to bring that to my life. So I am so happy to be here with you. My goal, my hope is to be here with you weekly for the 4 weeks of Advent. And maybe there'll be some videos in between. Maybe there'll be 3, maybe there'll be 4. I just want to share little bits of this season with you and just create a little space for you to take a few moments to have a refuge, to have a breathing space, to sip a cup of tea and just relax with me. So here we are. It's Advent. My space is decorated. I even wanted to create a new space for you and I thought, okay, now I'm really being ridiculous. Let's just be where we are and I love the way this looks. It feels so cozy and comfy and yet bright and inviting. So I hope that you all are feeling that. Yeah, so let's do Advent, everyone. As you can see, I've got, as you saw in my footage at the beginning, I have some Advent calendars. I probably have too many. But that's okay. I'm also not going to compare that. What I find happens with Advents is people start, dyers and makers start selling their Advents and promoting their Advents in, you know, May, June, July, over the summer, and you're like, oh, that's really beautiful. Oh, I love that dyer. I want to buy theirs, and I want to buy theirs, and I want to buy theirs. And I'm making all of these purchases, and then once the Advents start shipping, holy crap. There are all of these beautiful packages that start arriving at my door, and then I start to feel pressure, like, well, I have to make everything right away. And I thought, you know what? No, that's not what I want to do this season. I would like to have these Advents and these beautiful skeins that I have right back here, and this beautiful daily Advent to just carry me through the season. And for me, that season is December, January, February. It's the turning in season. Things are cold. The days are so short. And I just want to be in this space and knit with you, share what I'm working on, share what's bringing me joy. And it doesn't all have to be done by December 24th. And for those of you that are making this season, some of you are driven to have it all done by the 24th, and yay, I am cheering you on. And others may just need this little reminder that if it doesn't get finished, it's okay. There is so much love and time going into what you're making, into what you're creating, into what you are opening and knitting. That's where it counts. That's what counts, and that's what's important. So here I am, sharing in my little earthy tone of voice, and I am so, so happy to do that. I did want to open this particular I do it all the time. I can never get my hands straight. This particular Advent is by 6 and 7 Fibers, and the owner is Rachel, the dyer is Rachel, and she's so wonderful and gentle and sweet, and I really did not have any intention of buying this, and she's talking about it on Instagram, and she mentions the theme is women in literature. And being a lover of the written word, a lover of books and literature, I was an English literature major in college, little known fact, and I just couldn't resist. And I also said to myself, I wasn't going to, as I just said, give into the pressure of opening it all at once and sharing all of it. But I do want to share little bits of it. And I thought I would open yesterday's with you, December 1st, and also read the letter that she included in it, which was just so beautiful. And it's a theme that if you love to read, you might want to do in your own life. You don't need an Advent calendar to do this. So I'll just take a moment and read this with you, or for you. A very warm welcome to your winter countdown. I also love that she calls it a winter countdown. Whichever package you have chosen, she had different packages, 4 weeks, 24 skeins, etc., 24 minis, etc. Package you've chosen, we hope it brings wonder and joy to your home this holiday season. Throughout the course of choosing authors, characters, and beloved stories to feature in our Women in Literature box, we became refamiliarized with those we already loved, as well as learning new names along the way. For instance, we know Rachel had never read Nancy Drew before last week. Update, loved it. And hopefully some of the names will be new to you or encourage you to reread the authors you have long loved. Maybe you'll find some new friends along the way. We encourage you to look up your local library or locally owned bookstore and cozy up with one of these lovely stories. You will find notes tucked into each of the packages, giving a bit more detail about our selections. You'll get to hear from all 3 of us throughout the countdown. As we wrote, we kept wishing we could chat about each pick with you for hours and hours, if only. The cute little stickers are designed by Heidi of Clever Clove, and the bookmark was made by our team. We took an afternoon to play with watercolors and made lots of abstract images and enjoyed seeing how the colors blended differently on paper rather than yarn. You can tuck a little of handmade love from us into your next read. Wishing you all warmest, coziest days this December. Love, 6th and 7th Fiber Team, Rachel, Emily, and Kia. Rachel, if you're watching, this letter really touched my heart, and I am so, so happy that I have your calendar and I can share these amazing stories and literature along with you all. So let's open the first one together. Here it is, so beautifully packaged. I love that little crinkle. Oh, let's read the note first. More reading. Oh my goodness. Mary Shelley is the first one. Mary Shelley, the mother of science fiction, was a brilliant storyteller whose tales were often influenced by concerns of how the self and society could and should interact, and that women's behind-the-scenes labor was the true fabric holding society together. Scholar Anne K. Miller views Frankenstein as a story warning about what, quote, about what happens when a man tries to have a baby without a woman. This is Emily's. This was written by Emily. And lovely. I couldn't agree more, Emily. So here is, oh my gosh. Here is the first skein, everybody. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That is so rich. That is so beautiful. Oh, I am excited already. This is going to be amazing. I think I chose, in the words of Indiana Jones, I have chosen wisely, or a character from Indiana Jones. Oh my gosh, this is making me so happy. So here is day one of the 6 and 7 fiber Women in Literature Advent Calendar. And it's beautiful. And I will share the other days with you along the way. And what I'm going to do is take these and slowly replace them in the calendar as I open. So let's do that together. So that will sit there, and I'll zoom in on that for you a little bit later. So that will sit there, and I will also tuck the note in. So there we go. So what am I knitting? That was our first Advent, and I do have some skeins over there. I will talk about those in later Vlogmas episodes. So what am I currently knitting? So I have, you saw this footage in the beginning. I bought this little box, $5 from the little dollar section right when you first go into Target. For those of you that are familiar with Target, you know. For those of you who are not, Target is a department store here in the US, and they have this little section in the front with little little tchotchkes and little knickknacks and decorations. And I saw this little box and I thought, I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but now I do. So 4 little compartments, 4 pairs of socks. So I'm very excited about that. And that takes me to my whip here to share with you. Let me grab a blocker here so I can share it properly. Forgive me for backing you all. Hang on. Let's see if I can do this and not knock everything over. Okay, I got it. Here we go. I also tend to be a little bit scripted when I record, and my goal for this Vlogmas was not to be as scripted, to just sit here and chat with you. So here is my whip. Oh my goodness, I love this so much, so much. This is, and I have the second sock on the go with the little progress keeper here. Let's push my needle in. There's my little snowflake progress keeper. There it is. So this is the 2021 Advent skein from Freckled Whimsey. So obviously I didn't knit it last year, but that's okay. That is okay. It served its purpose. It was November, it was right around Thanksgiving, and I just wanted something. I'm feeling the holiday spirit, and I just wanted something to keep me company and help with the intensity of Thanksgiving. We'll leave it at that. So I pulled this out of my stash, and it did the trick. This is just, the yarn is beautiful. The colors are beautiful. So it's a 24 stripe repeat, starting with this purple color right here. And the repeat ends, where does it end? Here, with the blue stripe. So this is the purple stripe again, starting with the pink. So from here to here are 24 stripes. Isn't that beautiful? Then it starts again. And she included this beautiful rich pine green, as I'm calling it. That's not what it was named, but I'm just calling it this gorgeous pine green color. And I just liked it on the heel and the toe. I decided not to put it on the cuff. I just wanted to start with the skein right away. And if you are knitting an Advent, I'm sorry to be fidgeting with my sweater. I will dress more appropriately going forward so I'm not so fidgety. If you do have a skein, I have the Cozy Knitter 24 stripe skein, and I also have 2022 Advent from Freckled Whimsey, as well as Woolens and Nosh. You can knit it however you like. You don't have to use the contrasting color. You can do all of just knit the whole thing in the stripe and then cut in an afterthought heel. You can do a heel flap and gusset. This is a shadow wrap short row heel. It is knitter's choice. There are no rules. There are no rules. And lately I've been getting a lot of questions about what are you doing with your Advents and how do you knit your socks? It's knitter's choice, everyone. You don't need anyone's. It's fun to get someone's input and feedback, but ultimately, just do what you'd like to do. Knit how you would like, whatever pleases you. Go on Instagram if you are on social media. You can go on Ravelry and just kind of look around, see what people are doing, and then just enjoy, knit to your heart's content. So this is what I'm working on. And yeah, I have a little surprise for you. So let me pause for just one sec and I'll be right back. So I do have another Advent calendar. I am not a shopper. I don't buy clothes. I don't do anything. Buying these and supporting dyers and having these in my stash to knit throughout the holiday and winter season just brings me so much joy. And this calendar is by Legacy Fiber Arts, and it is a Charles Dickens. Can you tell that there is a literary theme going on here? And I'm going to talk about audiobooks too in just a bit, because one thing that gives me joy also year round, but especially at this time of the year when I just need to calm my mind, is a really good audiobook. And so I'll talk about what I'm listening to in just a bit. But this particular calendar is a Charles Dickens Advent calendar, and it is so lovely. Let me see if I can hold this up and not have everything go flying out of it. Here it is, and it's 4 skeins. Now, in the past, Legacy Fiber Arts, I will put a little picture of it here. They've done the more customary 24 mini skeins, and I have enjoyed that for many, many years. And this year they opted for other options, because dyeing these minis is not an easy task. They opted for some other options, and I just decided, you know what, let's try something a little different. So these are 4 mini skein, 5 micro sock sets. So it's a 50-gram mini with a 20-gram contrasting color, and there's one for each week of Advent. So this is week 1. That's week 1. And I will, as I said, going forward, I will be sharing lots of footage of this for you all to see. And here is the beautiful little postcard that came with it. That was tucked in. And I have to show you this little progress keeper that they included, which was just, Sue and Chelsea, if you're watching, nailed it. This is so perfect and so delicate and lovely. This is the little progress keeper that was included. It is can you see? It's a candle, a very delicate little candle. And it's just so, it doesn't have the lobster claw closure. I'm not sure what this is called, but you can pop it open. Let me see here. You know what? I'm sure all right, as I'm playing with it, I don't want to, oh, got it. Okay, so it just delicately pulls apart just like that. You will see. And then you just close it and it sits right back in. So this will hang on your socks as you are knitting. I think it's so lovely. And I think, you know what, I've got my glasses here because I can't see a thing. This is by Color. I'm not sure who, I'll put it on the screen. I'm not quite sure. It's written in cursive, so I'm not quite sure what it says. I want to say Color in Orchids. did the progress keeper, but I will put that on the screen here for you. So I tend to be on Instagram quite a bit, and I feel sometimes like my subscribers here on the channel, while they are getting different content from me that Instagram may not get, I feel like I tend to neglect you all a little bit. So I want to do a giveaway, a holiday giveaway here on the channel. And I'm going to be giving away one of these calendars to one of my subscribers here. And it's very, very simple. All you have to do is leave a comment down below in the comment box right under this video and share your holiday plans, your holiday making. What are you working on? You could even share some of your worries, maybe an anxiety, maybe you just need a neutral space to vent. Feel free to leave it all in the comments, and I will pick a winner and announce in the next episode. So yes, it is we will be a little bit off. You will not be on time for the 4 weeks. And if you are overseas, it is open to any subscribers overseas. You might just have to wait a little bit for it to get there. But again, I was even worried about this. Should I do it? Will people worry that they're not right in sync with the weeks? But I really didn't think that was so terribly imperative. I just really wanted to give this away, and you can do it for 4 weeks in January. You can save it for next year. Again, knitter's choice. You can use it however you would like to use it. But I really wanted to give this away and say thank you to all of the subscribers that are here. I started this channel, 5-6 years ago now, and never ever thought that it would grow the way that it has, and that there would be this many people following along on my making journey. So I really want to say thank you so much. Gratitude is a very, very huge part of my life. So I want to say thank you to all of you for being here and for following along and not minding the gaps between episodes, not minding my rambling, and just for all of your support. To those who make donations to the channel, who support this channel and this space and me, I am so, so grateful to all of you. So again, please leave a comment down below and I will pick the name of the winner. I might even just do a quick little winner episode just to share that with you. And maybe I'll open the first skein and knit a couple of rounds just so you can see what it looks like. So leave your comment and I will pick the winner very, very soon. So thank you so much, everybody. Another thing I wanted to share with you as we go through this season is, what do you do? What Advent projects do you work on? Sometimes I think people don't always know. I had said earlier a few weeks back that I really wanted to share how to use Instagram, and I haven't forgotten about that. I really do want to do that. And sometimes I get questions about what pattern should I use for my Advents, or what pattern should I use, whether it's for the minis or for a full skein. Should I put a pattern in self-striping yarn? What should I do? So I'd love to include just some Advent ideas for you. I know some podcasters are doing that, and I actually thought, not that I'm comparing or doing it because they're doing it, but I actually thought it was a really, really great idea just to share some ideas with you. And one thing I am doing with an older Advent that I had from a few years back, and I'd started this and then I keep picking it up and putting it down, but I really would like to finish it, and you'll see why later. I'm making these little mini socks. They are super quick. They're little potato chips. They're super, super quick. And this is a Legacy Fiber Arts pattern. I shared a picture of how many I have made so far on Instagram yesterday, actually on December 1st. And this pattern is available free on their Ravelry group page. And I will link that down below with their permission, of course. I will link that down below for you. But I added these little knitted in loops so that you could hang these from your if you have a Christmas tree, from your Christmas tree, or make a garland out of them, or attach it to a gift. And I know I'm going to get the question, is it big enough for a baby's foot? My babies aren't babies anymore, but I would say so. I would say that's probably like a newborn size. I really have not sized it. You might give it a try. And the original pattern has a heel flap and gusset heel, and I just put in a short row heel. So again, knitter's choice. It's totally up to you. But I will be sharing with you how I made this little loop. It is super, super easy. You knit it as you are, just before you cast on and start working on the cuff. So I will share a little tutorial on how to do that. So stay tuned for that. Yeah, so I am making a bunch of these to display, and I will share with you how I'm displaying them. I can't wait to share that. As I said earlier, my Christmas tree is not up yet. For some reason, it felt the start of December felt a little disorganized. I don't know if anybody else felt that. It was the middle of the week. It was on a Thursday. December 1st was on a Thursday. So usually we decorate and put up our tree and start decorating the house. We have decorations outside, but we start decorating the house Thanksgiving weekend, but for some reason it felt early. It felt a little too early to decorate. So we decided to wait, and then December 1st was a Thursday, and this week the kids had so much to do at school, and my husband's been working, and I thought, well, when do we do this? I don't want us to rush and do this in an evening, because by the time we get home from school, you know the deal. Evenings can be a little bit busy, and there's homework and everything else. So I just said, you know what? Again, let's take the pressure off the plate. I don't want to eat that right now. We will put our tree up when we put it up. So it is now, we have an artificial tree. It is now sitting in my hallway, which is right out the door there. You don't need to see that. But I will share some footage of us getting that set up and decorated. So we will be doing that this weekend. As I said, it is December 2nd. It's Friday. So we have some holiday stuff planned for the weekend. We will be decorating. I will share that with you, and there'll be lots of sharing going forward during this Advent and holiday and winter season. However you celebrate, whatever you celebrate, I will be here with you. Come and join me. You are all so welcome here. Let's celebrate together. Let's maybe commiserate together. I understand fully how intense this time of the year can be, and sometimes watching Vlogmases and podcasts can feel like a refuge for you and can feel calming. You can take a few minutes to breathe, but it might also make you feel a little, gosh, I should be doing this, or I should be doing that, or my space doesn't look that pretty, or whatever it is, whatever thoughts will go through your head, because I know they're going through mine, and I'm not the only one. Don't worry about it. Just don't worry. Don't focus on things like that. Just focus on the big stuff. Focus on the important things. The holidays look so different for everyone. It's not always a joyous time of the year, and I do understand that for a lot of reasons, and I just want to share a little time with you. Yeah, so that's it. I am wishing you all well. I will be here again soon. And happy and merry, everybody. And I'll see you all again. Bye, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. And don't forget, leave your comments down below, and I will be picking a winner very, very soon. Thanks, everybody. Bye. I almost forgot. Postscript, I almost forgot to talk about the book I was reading, as promised. I am currently listening to Meet Me at the Cupcake Cafe by Jenny Colgan. It is, as my daughter's friend described it the other day, we were in this section at Barnes & Noble, and she said, all of the holiday books, like all of the holiday books on this display table, she says, they remind me of Hallmark movies. And I said, don't judge. I said, at this time of the year, sometimes that's what you want, a really simple, sweet, calm story to just kind of round out the edges for you at the end of the day or throughout the day. So I listen a lot in my car when I'm driving to and from school or between errands and things like that. Or if I'm shopping, I'm listening. And it is just so soothing. And this is set in England, in London. And it is just such a lovely story. Relatively predictable, but that's okay. Lovely English accents. I tend to... Excuse me, my favorite genre is historical fiction. And if it's set in England, that's it. That's my ideal. And this, again, the narration is lovely. The voices are lovely. It feels like you're hanging out with friends. So that is currently what I am listening to. There is a part 2. It's a book. There's 2 books in the, just adjusting, 2 books in the series. So I am currently listening to the first one. The second one is Christmas at the Cupcake Cafe. Perfect. So I should be finished with this one. I think I have about 6 hours left, and then I will just very gently slide right into the second book and listen during this lovely season. So I will share links to those down in the description box for you also. And yeah, so if you are into audiobooks, happy listening. If you'd like something a little darker, a little more, intense, I've got those too. So do you listen to audiobooks? Let me know, and I will be sharing some more with you. Okay, really gone this time. Bye, everyone.